So, the news has been released that the WWE Network is coming to the UK this coming Monday, which is a huge surprise and great news. The news was released in a WWE newsletter earlier this morning, just after 1:30 a.m. I received the newsletter in my email inbox. I will read out what it says. A lot of people have been obviously gotten the same newsletter, and a lot of people have shared obviously the image of it all day. But I honestly think this is a great thing, and I'll go through the reasons why in a moment. But this is what it says. The headline reads, "Finally, WWE Network available in the UK." This is what it says. Directly from WWE, WWE Network will be available for free starting Monday, November 3rd through the end of the month, including Survivor Series on web, iPhone, iPad and Android devices. Go to WWE.com on Monday, November 3rd at 8 p.m. GMT to sign up. WWE Network will be available to you on other platforms including Xbox One and Xbox 360, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Roku streaming devices and select smart TVs on Tuesday, November 18th in time for Survivor Series so you can watch on your big screen TV. Beginning in December, WWE Network will be available for US dollar $9.99 per month with no commitment. Thank you for your patience in awaiting the WWE Network launch. So that is huge news. The WWE Network is finally going to be available right here in the UK as they continue the worldwide rollout. Now, obviously we were supposed to have the network in around October, then it was delayed, and then we were told, but at least by November 1st, which is obviously tomorrow, we should get the date announced of when the WWE Network would be starting here and available in the UK. I know some people already have it in the UK through other means, and there are various ways which I'm not going to go into. Again, I keep saying this, but I'm not going to go into it on my YouTube channel because I don't know the legality of it. I don't know how legal it is. I do not know exact steps anyway because I've not looked into it really. But it is great news because I was fearful that when they came and announced the date said by or on November 1st that we may actually be waiting until around about WrestleMania. Obviously the network launched in the United States just before WrestleMania 30 this year. And I was very fearful that we may actually have to wait till WrestleMania 31, or near the time of WrestleMania 31, to receive the WWE Network here in the UK. But that is absolutely fantastic news. Now, I will say, some people are very negative about the WWE Network. I am not. I am looking at it positively. Why? It's because I want the network to succeed, to preserve the history of the business. I have my reservations as well, as many people do, about WWE owning so many video libraries of so many companies that they have gained throughout the years. And you can actually look on Wikipedia. There's a page on Wikipedia, just look at WWE Home Video Library, and you can see almost, I think, a complete list, sort of an extensive list of the video libraries that WWE officially own, that they have. You can read obviously the ECW, the WCW, the World Class Championship Wrestling, the Mid-South, Florida Championship Wrestling. You can, obviously the NXT that they have now. They have an extensive video library of various companies. You can look through the list yourself on Wikipedia. I've listed it before in a previous video. I do have my reservations about it, but at least WWE are doing something with this, all of this footage that they now own. We have seen it being used in previous Superstar, pay-per-view and event compilations, and it's great that they're doing something with it instead of having the footage sitting on old dusty shelves, gathering even more dust, and to be honest, just decaying to the point where eventually it will be unretrievable, useless, and just turn to pretty much dust in somebody's hands. It is great that they're actually doing this so that all of this stuff is available for the public. And I know one of the points, well, two of the points really involving the talent involved in these that have been, well, that are featured on these video libraries. First of all, it's obviously a great promotional tool for those still making appearances around the world. The $1 Million Man, Teddy DiBiase, Tatanka, the Road Warrior Animal. A lot of the guys you hear on the Steve Austin Show, the Colt Cabana, Art of Wrestling podcast, Talk is Jericho, the Ross Report. A lot of these guys, even including like Mick Foley, they go around the world still making appearances at wrestling shows, conventions, comedy shows like Mick Foley and a couple of them do, or Q&A sessions. They do that because obviously, like Steve Austin's and everybody says on their podcasts, they still get those gimmicks through the mail called bills which need to be paid. They have to earn money to pay those bills. They have obviously some money. Some of the most successful guys like Steve Austin and Mick Foley, they have some money, but they obviously have to make sure they're themselves, their family are financially secure, so they have to earn money to keep that way. And it's a great promotional thing, so they don't need to like example, just a great example. I was listening to this week's Art of Wrestling podcast. Colt Cabana interviewed Simon Dean, aka Nova, from WWE and ECW, and Nova said, Simon Dean, Mike Bucci said, he remembers the old days where he used to have to edit clips from different videos and try and put things together to send promoters through the mail in order to try and get bookings, to try and have different companies actually book him and pay him for appearances or matches or whatever, however he would be used in a show when he was obviously much younger. He remembers those days. But nowadays, a lot of the great talent, I said the Teddy DiBiases, the Road Warrior Animals, etc. of this world, their whole body of work, at least a lot of their body of work, obviously WWE and WCW, ECW, whatever promotion that is on the network, they can actually easily direct people to see what their body of work is like, including of course younger fans who maybe seeing that Road Warrior Animal or the $1 Million Man is advertised to come into their local wrestling organisation. I was here in Dundee with Scottish Wrestling Entertainment. I have experience of that. I've seen so many great legends, W Hall of Famers, some great talent coming in. The younger fans who may like wrestling and therefore attend their local live shows and hear these guys coming in, being advertised for obviously big shows, major events. They will not quite know who these guys are. They may have heard of them through their parents or older siblings or whatever, older family, friends. They will be able to look on the WWE Network to see who these guys are and realise they're big stars, and obviously want to buy. People will want to buy a ticket to go and see those big stars, which works out great for the promotion, bringing in these huge stars, because people will be able to look back and say, okay, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Just for an example, because I've met him several times here in Dundee and events. You look back, younger fan doesn't quite know who the $1 Million Man is. You can go back and watch the $1 Million Man, the creation of the $1 Million Championship belt, the battles with the Rhodes family, the WrestleMania 4 tournament, Mr. DiBiase in the NWO, even managing the late great Andre the Giant to his only WWE Championship reign, which was also very short-lived, but it's recognised by WWE, of course. You can see all of it, see what the impact, see how big a star that Mr. DiBiase was. So, again, you can realise he's a big star. You want to go down, you want to see this guy, obviously WWE Hall of Fame. You can watch his induction, hopefully, at least on some point. Hopefully they'll I don't know what the available is for Hall of Fame yet, but again, you can go back and watch all these guys, see their body of work, see their career, and obviously again, it works out great as a promotional tool for both the talent being booked on that local independent show or convention and the booker, promoter, whatever, so they can just simply say to the fans, look him up, look her up, look them up on the WWE Network, and you'll be able to see exactly what they did in WWE, what their careers were like, how much of a big star that they actually are. So it's really good. I'm looking forward to seeing this as a fan. As a fan, I've obviously been a wrestling fan for over 30 years, and from watching the early days of the NWA, WCW in the late 1980s, watching all these events, and I could go back and watch all the old WCW pay-per-views and the Starcades, the Halloween Havocs, the Bash at the Beaches, all those old pay-per-views that that we couldn't quite see here in the UK growing up. I've seen many of them on tape, some on YouTube or other video websites. You can go back and you can see, and that's even something that I might actually do when once the network is launched in the UK, once I can get access to it, is go back and look at some of the events, some of the rarer events, some of the older events, and talk about them, go through the card, review the event. I know some people may already be thinking about this, some people may be doing it, say in the United States, but I could go through it, see what I thought of the event, see whether it jogs any memories of watching any of the older events. Certainly start with a couple of the older events, see whether any of it jogs my memory about anything that I haven't remembered about for a long time, and give an opinion. So it's another great thing. It also brings obviously it publicises the WWE Network there, and obviously gives people content obviously on these YouTube videos, something different to do than me talking and regaling you with the news that a lot of people know already. So give my opinion. It'll be good, something different to do. And also, like I said, I'm not putting it, trying to put this WWE Network as a negative thing. I'm certainly looking at it as a very positive thing, because I do believe that it is something that the history of the business, the careers of the talent involved, the enjoyment as a wrestling fan. If you really love wrestling, you will want these things to be available to view in public. Now, obviously, it's going to cut into WWE's DVD, it's going to cut into YouTube, because a lot of people put up pay-per-views and so forth. It's obviously going to affect that, but it's going to be, from what I've seen, good quality audio and video. So obviously I'll have a look at it come Monday night, come Tuesday. I will look at it, and probably next Wednesday or so, I will sit down and see what I think of the WWE Network, give my opinion on it, what we can see, what you can't see, what I would like to see, if there's anything I would like to see added to the video library, obviously. So that's a great idea, a great thing to do, I think. I'm really looking forward as a fan to actually, that loves the wrestling, loves the opportunity, the ability to see all of this old stuff, and even the current stuff, to the NXT episodes, the main event episodes that we do not get here in the UK. It's going to be good to see those, and to revisit history, to see new history created, and to see what the potential of the WWE Network is. Before I go as well, I want to say that the PlayStation 4 has obviously launched their update 2.0, which you can now upload clips of video games to YouTube. Can't do it live streaming. I have Twitch, but I've hardly used it. Or there is also Ustream, where you can actually commentate over a game and talk about the game. But you can't do that on YouTube just now, at least. Which hopefully you will get that in the future. But certainly the WWE 2K15 game is available now here in the UK for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Hopefully people are enjoying it. I have heard different reports about it, but certainly when the game comes out for the PlayStation 4, I will upload video clips of the game from PlayStation 4, let you see the graphics, go around a bit, the menus a little bit, let you see some of the stuff in the menus, see what some of the stuff you can get in the PlayStation 4 version of the actual game. So I'll I think it's the 21st or 22nd. That it's released early Friday, about 3 weeks. I'll just double check that. I believe it. Yeah, it's the 21st. I believe it is. That is released in the UK for PlayStation 4. So I will upload clips and footage from WWE 2K15 once I actually get it to let people see on the channel. Because obviously not everybody's going to get it on launch day. And not everybody is going to get it immediately. Some people also get it for Christmas. Some people may just not have the money to get it on launch day. I'll upload certainly footage of it, let people see what WWE game is like. I'll obviously play a couple of matches, upload them, let people see what WWE 2K15 is. But really looking forward to it, and I will obviously have a full report next week on the WWE Network in the UK, see what I think of it, see how any problems I encounter attempting to access it, a general overview of the WWE Network. Hopefully it'll be working, hopefully it'll be all good, but certainly next week it's a big week for WWE, and here's hoping that the WWE Network launch in the UK goes very, very well indeed.